So here's a foam rolling video. How to get it done with a baby around. I like to start with my posture. More specifically, the T-spine posture. Your T-spine, thoracic spine, is your rib cage. So you start the roller at about the base of your rib cage, maybe a little bit higher. And keeping your butt in the ground and some tension in your belly, you're going to extend back over the roller. Let it pull your spine nice and tall and hang out. One of the keys to the foam roller, it's diagnostic and therapeutic. And what I mean is, you're going to get the massage of the roller, you're going to get the acupressure component, but you're also going to pay attention to what you feel you need. You're looking, scanning for tension spots. And then you'll relate this to your training and your posture throughout the day. Now I'm going to go through each one of these positions a few times so that you can get to know them, so that you can take your time and stay where you are if you feel like you've found something. If you feel like you're onto something, don't rush to the next move just because I did. But there, you notice I gave myself a hug to move my shoulder blades out of the way, and I rolled over the back of my right shoulder a bit, just scanning around the shoulder blade. And then here, I got my arm up overhead, and I'm looking into my armpit. Again, moving slowly, trying to pay attention to what the body tells me. I'm also checking out Laila, making sure that I don't roll her over, and getting a little bit of playtime out of it at the same time. It's been one of the best parts of this video series, to be honest with you. It's just the time we spend together, and I'm hoping that I'm imprinting some sort of value system in the sense of paying attention to your body. If you know my story, I got hit by a car when I was 14 years old, and I broke a couple ribs. And it's probably, well, other than Anna and Laila, the best thing that happened to me, because it taught me to pay attention to my body very early. You got to make lemonade, you know? So I'm still giving myself a hug. I'm trying to enjoy Laila's company. And I'm remembering to not take it too seriously. All right, turn the other way just to give you another angle. I'm keeping my butt down on the ground. My belly is tensed up tight. And I'm focusing on an exhale as I lay back and try to relax. Now, relaxation does not mean my body is tensionless. Relaxation means that I have the tension accounted for. It's in the right place at the right time. I found my spot on my spine where I feel most restricted, and then I started to move around a little bit. You can think of foam rolling kind of like ironing. You know, if you have a wrinkle, you might want to pull that section of the fabric taut and then go over it with the roll. So here you see how I angle the roller relative to my chest. I'm working on releasing my right pec. You got two pecs, a major and a minor. And the major is the one that fans across from your shoulder to your sternum. The pec minor has a little more of a vertical orientation to it, and it often pulls the shoulder forward a little bit. You ever see somebody move with or stuck with shoulders rounded forward? It's because they often have a tight pec minor and their back muscles around the shoulder blades aren't stimulated appropriately. Unfortunately, I cannot now see what Laila is doing because the little widget, I guess, there's a piece of my video editor where I can do a voiceover, and it is blocking Laila, so I'm looking at a very small version. But I know that we had a lot of fun interacting while we were doing this. And it's not always easy to find the right spot to get it done because she moves quickly now. So you see, I put the back of my hand on the roller and reached with the roller, and then took my other hand and put it on top, pinned it down, and pulled it away. And here I am repositioning myself so I can try and give you a better angle. Hands and knees, put the back of the hand on the roller, push it away, then place the other hand on top. Now I've pinned myself down to the roller, and I'm trying to pull my body away from my wrists. And you feel a nice stretch in the back of the shoulder, specifically the right shoulder here. Do it on both sides. I know my body pretty well, so I'm ignoring my left in some places. And then we go back through it all again. All right, here's the thoracic extension. This one will make you feel a little bit taller. The thoracic spine is supposed to move. It's supposed to rotate. It's supposed to flex and extend. And if it doesn't, unnecessary stress is distributed to the low back and to the upper back, the neck. Here I give myself a hug, trying to get the shoulder blades out of the way. And I look for more tight spots. Now when you get on a spot, hold it. It's not always fun, but the body really responds to the sustained pressure. You're sending sort of a static or a white noise to the cells inside the muscle and in the fascia surrounding the muscle. And that long, sustained pressure kind of acts like a reset. It'll relieve you of some of the tone. Now here we foam roll the baby. She was making such cute faces while I was doing this. Like, what the hell are you doing, man? I wonder if her muscles get sore, you know? Every day is a new stimulus. Okay, here you go. I put the roller underneath my armpit again, trying to work on the pec. And once I find a nice tight spot on the pec, I move my arm around a little bit. You see I keep my hand on the floor and wiggle my elbow up away from the ground. Consider every possible movement. Get creative. It's very unlikely you do anything to hurt yourself here. All right? Start slow. And then slowly, over time, you can add pressure, intensity. Foam rolling the baby. All right, there you go. Here's the back of my hand again. Reaching away, pinning it down, and then pulling my body away from the wrists. Don't forget to breathe. Try to breathe through your nose as best you can. And here I am stabilizing the foam roller because I do not want to interfere with Layla's exercise. This is it lately. This is where she's at. She keeps crawling up to things that she can get her hands on and then scooches closer and closer and closer. That's rhythmic stabilization. While she was holding her up dog on the foam roller, I decided to shake it a little bit. Creates a rich proprioceptive environment. Sorry. Okay, I think we move on to the lower body now. This is where the fun begins, all right? So you're gonna scan your thigh. Think of that roller as a paint roller, right? And you gotta paint that whole thigh. Listen to your body. It'll tell you where the tense spots are. I like to scan the entire thigh a couple times before I zero in on the spot that needs it. Kind of grazing over between the hip and the knee a couple of times, assessing my tight spots, and then ranking them. The one that speaks to me the loudest is where I begin, and often where I finish. So having your thigh on the foam roller might be a hell of a lot of pressure. So what you do to relieve yourself of some of that pressure as well, keep both your hands on the ground and take the other leg off. Try to put some of your weight on it so that you're minimizing the amount of weight you have on the roller. Now that knee movement, me bending my knee back and forth, says that I found a nice tight spot. So again, I've pinned it down, and now I'm moving my legs around to contract and relax the muscles around that tight spot, ironing out all the kinks. That might be a little advanced. Here's a nice little side bridge. I waited quite a while, it felt like, for Layla to crawl under. Hold your spots and breathe. All right. Find the pressure points. Sit on them and breathe. The longer, the better. You'll feel them melt away. I think I'm on the back of my thigh here. It's hard to see because of the voiceover. Oh, there I am on the inside of my thigh. Doesn't really need it all too much, to be honest with you. Here I am working on my butt. So I took my right foot and placed it on my left knee. And then I laid on the roller so that it was right around my back pocket. Go slow, be patient, and breathe. Your body will tell you everything that you need to know. This is a loose map. You don't have to be so specific with my movement here, so much as I'm saying, hey, go east for a while. And just, look around. Find the path that best suits you today. What's Laila doing? There's grooves in this foam roller. They don't really do anything. I like this foam roller. It's pretty dense, just like me. It allows me to really dig in. You want a dense foam roller. If you buy one of those soft ones, it's like buying a 2-pound dumbbell. You're going to be done with it in no time. It's only going to dig in so much. Plus, it's just going to wear out faster. Buy yourself a dense one. And over time, your body's going to get used to it, and it won't suck so bad. I always say that foam rolling is like flossing your teeth. If you haven't done it in a while, your gums are going to bleed. But if you're consistent, they don't anymore, and it gets easier. And then it's just a matter of upkeep instead of big-time cleanup. Okay, working on my lower leg here. So there's lots of great stuff that you can do for your ankle mobility. And it's very rare, very, very rare that I spend any time here. But in the spirit of encouraging you to explore, you want to leave no stone left unturned. So play around between the ankle and the knee. And when you find a spot that's a little tight, move your ankle around. Draw some circles this way, draw some circles that way. And then when you're ready, the best thing that you can do on a foam roller is right here. Let it run the length of your spine. Mine's a little short, so I had to scooch down and let my butt hang off so that my head was supported. But if you can, you want your tailbone and the back of your head on there. Pull your chin in, pull your low back pretty flat to the roller. Have your feet flat on the ground for support, and lay your arms out to the side. Deep breathe. In and out through your nose, and take your time here. Try 5 minutes. Maybe twice a day. You'll be in a good place. Got a good wave out of Laila. Thanks, everybody. Let me know if I can help. Let me know how I can help. There's plenty more to come.